Good morning, students. Welcome back to online classes. Today we are going to start our next chapter 2.4, that is Saudi Arabia, the land of hot sand. Okay, Students, in chapter 2.1, we have studied about the different climatic zone of the world. Okay. Then in chapter 2.2, we have taken the example of Democratic Republic of Congo that is located between the two tropical zones and have understood how the location of a place decided the climate of this place and also activities of people living there. After that, in chapter 2.3, we took the example of Greenland, an island in the North Frigid zone, to know what kind of life do people have in the frigid zone. Now, in this chapter, we will be studying about Saudi Arabia, a country that is a land of hot sand. Saudi Arabia, the land of hot sand. We have visited the land of dense forest DRC and the land of ice and snow Greenland. Now let us visit a land of hot sand. Such a land is called desert. Not all deserts are hot and sandy. Some are cold and some are rocky, but all are very dry. Some of the great deserts of the world are 1. The Great Sahara Desert, Northern Africa. 2. The Great Australian Desert, Australia. 3. The Great Arabian Desert, Arab. 4. The Gobi Desert, Central Asia. 5. Kalahari Desert, Southern Africa. 6. The Atacama Desert, South America. And 7. The Mojave Desert, California, US. Most of these deserts are between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. In order to know about the life and vegetation in desert, let us visit one of these places. Let it be Saudi Arabia. Student, first you see all the deserts are here. Here your Sahara Desert. This is your Great Australian Desert, Great Arabian Desert, Gobi Desert, Kalahari Desert, Atacama Desert, then Mojave Desert. Here your mainly total 7 big deserts are there. To know more about desert, we have to visit any of the one desert. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about Saudi Arabia. Okay, so let's start with the journey to Saudi Arabia. If we take a ship from Mumbai, we start our journey westward in the Arabian Sea. After crossing the Gulf of Aden, we enter the Red Cross. From here itself being to feel how hot this part of the world is. The sky is bright and clear. There is no trace of any cloud in the sky. Halfway through the Red Sea, we reach Riyadh, which is the seaport city of Saudi Arabia. Here to the west is the Great Sahara Desert of Northern Africa. To your east lies the Great Arabian Desert. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of this region. So student, when we start our journey from Mumbai, first we move westward to Arabian Sea. After that we have to crossing the Gulf of Aden. Then we enter the Red Sea. Then when we enter the Red Sea, on that time we see that feel that The sky is totally bright and clear. There is no any clouds and we feel hot. Okay. After that, when we through the Red Sea half, when we reach the half of Red Sea, we reach then Zayat. Zayat is a seaport of Saudi Arabia. Then again we have to our west. Then our west is a Great Sahara Desert of Northern Africa, and to our east lies the Great Arabian Desert. And between of both them, the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of this region. So our Saudi Arabia is between the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, students. Now see the Arabian Peninsula. An area of land is almost surrounded by water is called a peninsula. The Arabian Peninsula is surrounded by sea on its three sides. To its east, there is the Gulf of Oman and the Persian Gulf. To its west south, there is the Arabian Sea and the Gulf of Aden. And to the west, there is a Red Sea. Although Arabia is almost as large as India in its population, is much smaller. This is because most of the Arab is a desert. There are no river and well are very few. Okay, student. Saudi Arabia located between the not tropical zone and not temperate zone. We will try to understand the location of Saudi Arabia by looking it on a world map. Saudi Arabia is a large country that is located about the equator. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the Saudi Arabia. It is a country in Western Asia. And it is the major part of the Arabian Peninsula. Now student, tell me what is a peninsula? A peninsula is a land that is projecting out into water body from three sides and attached to the mainland at one side end. Okay student? You can see here in this map, the Arabian Peninsula is surrounded by sea on its three sides. You can see here is to the east there is Gulf of Oman. Here is a Gulf of Oman and the Persian Gulf. This is your Persian Gulf. Okay. To its south there is Arabian Sea and Gulf of Aden. Here is your Arabian Sea and Gulf of Aden is here. This side is your, it's little bit hidden. This side your Gulf of Aden. And to the west there is a Red Sea. This is your Red Sea. So the peninsula is area which is surrounded by water. From three sides it is surrounded by water. And the Saudi Arabia is your, from three sides it is also surrounded by water. That's why it's called the Arabian Peninsula. Okay students. Now Saudi Arabia. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia occupies about 9/10 of Arabian Peninsula. It is bordered on the north by Jordan, Iraq and Kuwait. On the west there is Gulf of Aqaba and the Red Sea. On the south there is Yemen or Oman. On the east there is United Arab Emirates, UAE, Qatar and Persian Gulf. As you see in this picture, here is your Jordan, here is your Iraq and this is your Kuwait. These three to the north of the border. You can see on the west we have here our Red Sea. This is your Red Sea. On the south we have Yemen and Oman. This is here your Oman and this is your Yemen. On the south we have these two. On the east there are United Emirates, Arab Emirates and Qatar. and Persian Gulf. Here is the Persian Gulf, Qatar and UAE. All the three are here. So the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia occupy about 9/10 of the Arabian Peninsula. Okay, students? And Riyadh is the capital of Saudi Arabia. Here you see the Riyadh. This is your Riyadh. Okay, it is the capital of Saudi Arabia. Now let's see more about its land. The country can be divided into 5 regions. The coastal plain, second, the western highlands, third, the central plateau, fourth, the Persian Gulf, fifth, the desert. The narrow coastal plain and the western highlands from two of the country important provinces. There are Makkah on the north and Asir on the south. The highlands are rises abruptly from the coastal plain to form a mountain wall along the country's western edge. The mountain slopes gradually to the east into the vast plateau and deserts that make up most of the country. Okay. So the land, now when we locate the landscapes of Saudi Arabia, the country can be divided into 5 regions. 1 is your the coastal plain, 2 is the western highland, 3 is your central plateau, 4 the Persian Gulf region, and 5th is the desert. Most of the Saudi Arabia is rocky plateau and it's covered by vast desert. Okay, student. And there is in these 2 countries more important highlights having their own provisions. In the north we having Makkah and to the south we having Asir. Okay. Now our next topic is climate and water resources. The climate of Saudi Arabia is generally hot and dry. The maximum temperature can reach 54 degrees Celsius in summer. Strong dusty winds blow with a great speed. These winds carry very little moisture. Thus, there are hardly any rains. The days are terrible hot because the sun heats up the sand of the desert. However, the nights are cool and pleasant. In winter, the days are warm but the nights are bitterly cold. Temperature often drop to -1 degree Celsius in the mountain. Here and there in the desert, huge mounds of sand can be seen. They are called sand dunes. They are made of loose sand. They keep on rolling with the blowing of strong winds. There are no lakes in Saudi Arabia. The source of water are very scarce. It rains only a couple of times in a year. The river carry a rainwater only for a short time. Then again they go dry. Sudden rainstorm, although welcome, are often dangerous. They can flood villages, build up the dry river beds called wadis. A number of wells have been drilled in the wadis. They are the chief source of water in Saudi Arabia. Now when we see the climate of Saudi Arabia, we will see of Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of Saudi Arabia. Because of this, the climate of Saudi Arabia is hot and dry. Even the maximum temperature can reach 54 degrees Celsius in summer. Strong dusty winds blow with great speed, and the country gets very little rainfall, and the humidity is also very low. And the sun seems to be shine brightly, although throughout the year, whether it is winter or it is summer or whatever season is there, it may be the sun is shining brightly and the nights are cool because the sands cool down very quickly at night, so that it is why the nights are cool and pleasant in winter and the days are warm. but the nights are bitterly cold. Even the temperature often drop -1 degree Celsius in the mountain. In Saudi Arabia, here and there you can see desert, and when there is a desert, in the desert there are small hills of sand called a sand dunes. So if you can see in this picture, you can see here very small hills. These small hills are made up of sand called sand dunes, and these sand dunes are not fixed at one place. They are moving around because of strong winds and dust. These sand dunes are shifted from one place to another. And the sources of water is here very scarce. Water may be rainfall in couple of time in a year, so they having very less source of water. Sudden rainstorm, although welcome, the often dangerous for the village people. Floods are coming, and it's built the dry river beds, and the dry river beds is called wadis. So number of wells have been drilled in only wadis area. So they are the chief source of water in the Saudi Arabia. Okay, student. Our next topic is vegetation. Saudi Arabia dry climate and poor soil permit very little vegetation. Cactus is the most common plant found in this region. The date palm grow throughout the country. Acacia and tamarix are also common. Some fruit trees are grown on the wadis. However, Saudi Arabia is not hot and dry. Everywhere at some places there are green places called oases. In such place people grow crops like wheat, barley, ragi, fruits and vegetables. Date palm grown well in the desert. If they get enough water, some of the oases are small, are used only as resting place. They are also used as watering and feeding spots for camel. As Saudi Arabia is a desert and sand is not absorb water, not many plants can grow here. Only a few plants like the cactus and some short shrubs that can withstand the extremely condition of the desert grown here. Date palm trees and crops such as wheat, barley, ragi, fruits and vegetables are seen grown in this oasis. So now student, tell me what is oasis? There are some places in this desert where underground water comes to the surface of the land, and such water are in a desert called the oasis. Okay student? And some of the oases are small and are used only for as resting places. Even camels are coming here for watering and feeding. This is the sports of animals where animals are coming for water and feeding. Okay student? So this is about vegetation. The wildlife of Saudi Arabia includes gazelle, hyenas, wolf and jackal. Among the smaller animals there are foxes, rabbits and gerbils. So in Saudi Arabia, the wildlife includes hyenas, jackals, wolf, foxes and gazelle. And among them smaller animal also there. They are foxes, rabbits and jerboas. So this is about wildlife of Saudi Arabia. Hope you understand. That's all for today. Thank you.